Can you still be happy even if nothing seems to be going your way? And you thought that your dreams are so impossible to reach? In this video, I'm going to share the secrets to genuine happiness and one life hack that you can do whenever you're feeling down or sad or scared of not reaching your dreams in life. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified every time I post a new video about self-development, goal setting, and online entrepreneurship advice for girl bosses. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome everyone. I'm Arami, your girl boss for video brand strategy and YouTube channel growth. So as you know, I've been on hiatus from creating videos or even from my social media more or less 2 months now. And I have to do that because a lot of things happened to me lately and my emotions are over the top. So I really need to take a step back and have some time on my own. And I believe a lot of people would relate to that because whenever you're feeling down or sad, you can't really focus, or negative thoughts can easily control all your emotions that may affect your work, your relationships with others, with your family, with your partner, and other areas of your life. And opposite to that, when you're happy, you do better at work. You're more loving and understanding with your loved ones, with your co-workers, with your friends. You're less irritated, you're less anxious, you're less stressed, more forgiving, and more energy. So all in all, you're a much better human being if you're happy. But yes, life is not all cakes and rainbows. I don't know why I said cakes. And even how prepared you are in planning out your life, somehow it will give you something that will throw you off and get you shaken. So yeah. So you might say, oh, I just need to take some time off and get on my own to think, which I did. And it really helped me overcome all of the negative emotions that I had that time, because this is actually mind-blowing, and I will share this on my future videos. But I do understand that it is not easy to have a time off or get a week's vacation to reset your life, especially if you have responsibilities, you have a career to work on, bosses to attend to, your families, etc., with all of your reasons out there, which are completely fine. I take it as that this is how life works. What I'm going to share today is something that you can do exactly right now. You can do this exactly right now as long as you have a pen and paper to do this exercise. And I assure you, it instantly boosts your dopamine levels. And if you do this regularly, you can't easily back down by negative emotions from outside source when you're not able to reach your goal, or you failed an exam, or whenever you feel that your life is going nowhere. But before we do this, let me share you some insights to have a better understanding on how this exercise works. Have you realized that there are times that when you are so desperate in achieving a goal, as you try to reach for it, the more it pulls away from you and gets out of reach? It's like as you chase your dream, it runs away from you instead. What happens here is the paradox of intention. You are creating vibrations of desperation to your desire that is contradictory to what's supposed to be a free-flowing acceptance of abundance. You see, we're capable of creating intentions to be more receptive to the abundance of the universe, or to be open to the good things that are trying to happen in our lives. But when you're so focused to the goal that even you attach your happiness to it, you'll say, I will only be happy if I get to that goal, or even acquiring that fave product of mine, or I will be truly happy if I get my dream car or my dream bag. Then as the days pass, those things will just become a background of your life, and you just move on. Just move on. Even when you haven't had these things before, you still move on. And when you have it now, you still move on. So it felt like life's still the same. As Sandra Ann Taylor mentioned in her book, Quantum Success, The Outstanding Science of Wealth and Happiness. She said, you must have goals, but your happiness cannot be tied to these goals. You must be happy before you attain them. So happiness is one of the most important things that you bring to any place that you go and to everything that you do. But the question is, how can you be happy if you haven't achieved your goals yet? Isn't it the reason why we have these goals is to make us more fulfilled and happier in life? And actually, there's one peculiar example to this by Professor Srikumar Rao. It's one of the seminars that I attended that is hosted by him, and it's called How to Be Radiantly Alive. And he asked this question, what is the purpose of washing dishes? And his answer is so simple that I actually laughed the first time I heard it. So he said, the purpose of washing dishes is to wash the dishes. And it might be a bizarre example, but when you replace washing dishes to one of your goals, so instead of focusing on the results, you untangle yourself from it and be conscious of the now. It is the awareness of being present at the moment and the mental state of mind in which are pulled forward by your big goals, by your big dreams, yet you are happy where you are right now. Another quote by Sandra Ann Taylor. She says, I am choosing to be more and more conscious of what I have to appreciate in my life. I am conscious of my resourcefulness, my creativity, and my power to create a great destiny. I know that my consciousness creates my reality. I always choose an optimistic mindset. I consciously choose hope, joy, and peace in my daily life. When you have happiness in the now, and at the same time, you have vision for your future, it actually creates a feeling of growth and even feeling of being lucky, because it appears that there's magic in your life and the universe has your back. You do what you're doing because that is the path of your life. For example, if you're a writer, you are writing right now, not because you will gain recognition from it or earn a living. You're writing because that's what writers do, to write. So you invest in the process, not on the outcome. So I will now show you how to do your reverse gap list. Since you now know that in order to have a feeling of bliss in your present while trying to attain your dreams, you must untangle your happiness from your goals, your wealth, from your income, or to even a status in life, because tying them to these will break your flow and make you feel that your life sucks. So this exercise will do the opposite of that. We will make a list of your special, unique experiences in your life in the past that made you happy and put you in the point wherein you felt that you can do almost anything good, or you are in your truest, happiest form. So to make this more easier and detailed for you, we are going to divide the list into 3 categories. And actually there are 3 happiness. There are happiness from experiences, there are happiness from growth, and happiness from meaning. So happiness from experience are those moments in your life that you experienced joy, you felt love, you got promoted, that really made you happy that time, or the times that you are with your family, you've gone into a beautiful place, or even the times that you were with your partner, the first time that you had a date, or even those moments that you overcome a challenge that you never thought you will overcome it. So list down those experiences from your past that really made you feel your worth, and you felt like there's a purpose for me. There's a purpose for me in this world. So the second one is happiness from growth. And actually this is my favorite part in this exercise, because it really gives you a more clear detail that you are this from point A and then you're now in this point B. So you can really see the difference those times wherein you are not so confident on being on stage, or even being in front of the class, making a presentation. But as soon as you're able to finish that, you're able to give a wonderful presentation, and then you thought, oh, I think I am quite of a speaker. So list down on this part those times that you felt you've grown into someone better, or to someone that you never thought you'd become to be. You're now more comfortable to be on stage. Like before, you never thought that you'd be on pageants. You never thought to be a candidate in beauty contests. So you might add that one up, because actually that is actually a hard thing. Not everyone can be in a beauty contest. Include that's actually a growth thing for you. That's actually you felt happiness on those times, because that time you're dressed nicely, you're doing something that you can never do in an average daily life, right? You can't just ramp on the streets and do a Q&A. So it's not an average daily thing. So you can include that on this particular list. And you could also include those times that you're able to overcome some strong emotions, like you've overcome a heartbreak, you overcome a period of your time that you felt you had depression, or you had strong anxiety and overwhelming feelings. So you can also include that, because if you had those times, it's actually a certain thing that you've grown from those feelings, and now you're eventually still moving forward. You're still okay. You still can do the things that you love and pursue your goals. Or even include those times that you've grown to be a professional, right? Before, you're just a medical student, and now you're now officially a doctor, or a medical practitioner. So you might include that, because that's actually a growth thing, because you never thought, after all these years of studying this particular field of yours, you're now a professional in that field. You can add that as an affirmation that you are growing. So the third one is happiness for meaning. So list down all those times that you felt happiness by giving back to the society, or you're serving your purpose in life. So for example, that you have joined a coastal cleanup, or those times that you contributed your time and effort to be part of a non-profit organization. So those times that you're trying to share something with others, or sharing what you know through your social media accounts, or you're making videos about your knowledge in a particular thing. Or you might think, oh, I don't have any notable recognitions or contributions in our society. Well, you can just add those times that you've tried your best in helping your parents, in the most possible ways that you can, or helping your siblings. Might not be about their tuition, but it might be a little things like their school supplies or their allowances. Those little things counts. Okay, so even the most simple gestures that you have for others is included in this list. When you're done, pin this list on your wall where you can always see it every day. You may add more to this list if new positive stuff happens to you. Remember this list whenever you feel sad, down, or scared of your goals. Again, have a vision for the future, but when it comes to your happiness, don't tie it on your goals. Instead, look how far you've grown, how far you've come from the person you were in the past. This is Sarami saying, be the boss of your life. See you in my next video.